So, how do you get out of this stuckness of wanting someone, desiring someone, even if you're not with them, and feeling like they're terrible for you, they're bad for you, wanting to push them away? The problem, of course, is no matter how much pushing you do, that longing, that appeal does not go away. And before we get too deep, this is not an excuse or invitation for you to stay in abusive relationships. This work that I'm talking about, this deep work, can only be done from the position of, you know what? I have my 2 feet on the ground right now. I'm okay. And I want to look a little deeper. Hello, my name is Anya. I am an author of this book and a creator of this groundbreaking process called identity work that is designed to get to deep, deep subconsciously held beliefs that are responsible for a lot of our stucknesses and patterns. It's available here on TikTok Shop. So the first shift that I would like to invite you to make is to lean into the part that wants this, because this is what we want to explore, as opposed to putting a lot more weight on the part that shouldn't. Talk about this in the book, that this core self, this identity that picks a target, right, and zeroes in on it, and then come hell or high water has to get it, is very powerful. But it is constructed of thoughts and beliefs that we want to get to and see clearly, because once you see clearly what's going on in that desire, in that wanting, you're going to be able to release it. So let's look at a couple of scenarios where somebody may desire passionately something that is not good for them. So the first one is looking at whether or not you actually love, truly love, and desire this person, or you desire and love a future version of them that does not exist yet, that as an added bonus, your attachment or your love in your story will help them get to that future version. What masquerades as love is this tension, anxiety, and really judgment. You're not as you should be. But because I love you, or because you love me, some people believe that if you love me enough, you will get to that future version of you that you are not right now. Not love, not fun, tension, addiction, obsession, whatever you want to call it. But again, this is not to discount the actual love you may feel for this person. I'm a bit of a Pollyanna, and not just in terms of being optimistic. I have seen miracles happen. I have seen shifts happen where you connect to someone at the level of your unconsciousness. Drop the unconsciousness, meaning examine the thoughts and ideas that you mistake for who you are. And a shift occurs. You see yourself differently. You see them differently. You start behaving differently. Sometimes the universe itself conspires to help you. And you could say, I'm just going to suppress this feeling. This is way too much digging, way too much work. And I'm just going to escalate this feeling of why this is terrible, why I don't like it, because this is going to propel me in a different direction. But you have to understand, this is a major opportunity for you to tap into some magic, because these thoughts and beliefs, these subconscious ideas that you're holding on to that are creating this limbo, this stuckness in this relationship, is affecting other areas of your life as well. And you will not just be doing the work to address this one particular problem. You will be doing the work to set yourself free to create the life that you actually want on all fronts. So we looked at love masquerading as judgment, wanting the person to be something they're not right now, in the future, including you being something you're not. Here I'm judging you, I'm hurting you, I'm manipulating you, but in the future, when you are perfect, I'll be perfect too. And another version of I desire them, I love them, but they're not good for me, is actually that not that they're not good for you, but in their presence, you can't help to join together at the level of shared unconsciousness. They may do something that triggers your, as Eckhart Tolle says, pain body. You react, they react to their reaction, you react to their reaction, and depending on the intensity of the investment in this unconsciousness, the pain that gets generated in the interaction is too much. So you have to move away. And, a lot of times you move to a relationship that doesn't really tug at your heartstrings, but doesn't also trigger you at all. But if something about this love is still really important, but the triggers are strong, you can begin with identity work. And knowing that just because this is reality, it's not the only reality that's available. And that the inner pain that from the old perspective looked like it only could be maintained or controlled, that it could be released. And once released, it opens you up to a whole new world of seeing clarity and opportunity. And I guide you in the book, I guide you step by step through discovering these triggers, even in the absence of an active relationship. You will be able to actually see whether what triggered you has any real weight or merit. For example, I was like that. I was incredibly jealous. Jealousy consumed me. I did this work. I saw some really beautiful truths that did not involve in me swallowing something I did not want to swallow. That did not come out right, but I'm going to leave it here. So anyway, the point is, after doing this work, I got to see that I was in a very aligned, in integrity relationship, and that I was in a relationship with a brilliant man, and I'm a brilliant woman. Who else would I be in a relationship with? When I let go of my identity, that I am someone who is going to disappear out of this world without the focus, sole focus of this one person that I love, a whole new universe opened up for me and for our relationship. I started celebrating my partner's success. I started celebrating people adoring him. And at the same time, I knew that when something was really out of alignment, I was going to recognize it because I was not scared to see it anymore. Did you see that? This is what identity work does. It simplifies things. When the fear about how your world is going to affect you is out of the way, then you can actually look at anything. You can look at anything for as long as you need to solve it. If your reality includes what you want and what you don't want, examine your I am. That is where the answer is. And you will be happy to discover that what's possible for you is completely aligned experience, aligned with your integrity, with your true self. There's really nothing beyond hope. All the books here are signed, and if you see a red hyperlink in the listing, that means there's a coupon or a discount available. You actually have to click on that link to claim the voucher, the discount, whatever is TikTok is offering you.